What is up? Welcome back. I have a surprise for you. It's coming from Hoka, so you already know what to expect. Always the best. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hoka Mach 5 is officially here. Dude.
This puppy is nice.
So the Hoka Mach 5 is a neutral daily trainer shoe. The shoe follows in succession from the Mach Supersonic that had just came out a few months back. And then before that, previous version was the Mach 4. So we went from the Mach 4 to the Mach Supersonic. Now we have the king of the hill, so to speak, the Mach 5. So the price point for the Hoka Mach 5 is $140. And as of right now on the website, they offer 5 different colors for men's. And this is the all black. Ended up getting it in men's 10.5. And so $140. The black color scheme is really nice. It's not just black, but they have some gray kind of interwoven in there. So it looks really good. So let's talk about the specs of the shoe. So this shoe comes in at a men's 10.5 at about 8.26 ounces, or almost at 8.3 ounces, and 236 grams. That's for men's 10.5. We have Hoka's famous 5mm heel to toe drop of 29 in the heel and 24 in the forefoot, given obviously that 5mm drop. And we have the Pro Fly Plus foam. The way the Mach 5 is set up, just like the Mach 4 and the Mach Supersonic, is a dual density foam. So it uses the softer Pro Fly Plus on the top, and then on the bottom you have a more firm EVA foam, just more firmness, since there's no rubber for the outsole on the bottom. So the same thing for the Mach 4 is that you have the Pro Fly, very soft on the top and then pretty firm on the bottom. But the difference is obviously the Pro Fly Plus that you have on the Mach 5. The upper has been engineered with krill jacquard engineered mesh. Super light, very thin, breathable. I mean, it is super thin. But yet still super strong. You can probably see, let's see it for the upper. You can just see how thin it is. You can kind of see my finger right through that. Versus the Mach 4, where obviously you can tell, like, yeah, the Mach 4 it's not so thin, and it decently breathable, but yet there's a massive difference between the krill jacquard engineered mesh on the Mach 5 versus the Mach 4s. So it kind of feels similar to the material that was used on the Rincon. And that's kind of how I can liken it. But nevertheless, krill jacquard engineered mesh, it's a mouthful. Say that 5 times over. The outsole of this shoe, it is rubberized just like the Mach 4 was. There's not really many big changes to it. It looks just like, and kind of feels just like the Mach 4, except for obviously the Pro Fly Plus. And you know, if there is a little bit of noticeable differences, it's very minute, but nevertheless, it's pretty much the same for the outsole. So a big update that you did get on the Mach 5 versus the Mach 4 is the tongue. So let's see if I can show you. The tongue is super minimal, like very thin. I mean, super thin. It gives you kind of a semi-gusseted feel. I'm trying to see if I can get in there so you can see. On the Mach 4, you had a pretty thick tongue. I mean, it was pretty thick and, like, you know, not as breathable as the new one on the Mach 5, and there was a place that you could put your laces through to keep the tongue up. Versus on the Mach 5, there is no place to put your laces through. It can just fall down when it's not in there, and that could affect your lockdown, to be honest with you. But there's a little bit of padding on there, but not much. Super light, thin. It reminds me of kind of how Nike does their tongues on the shoes. Very similar to that, but well, curious to see how that's going to go. But super light, very minimal, a little bit of cushion along the inside of under the laces, I guess, to keep the lockdown from pressing down on your foot. But definitely a big update, and I'm curious to see how that's going to go. So a major difference and upgrade is the going to the back of the shoe, the heel counter. If you can look at it right here, the Mach 5 right here is super thin compared to the Mach 4. See if you can see that. There seems to be a very like skinny backed heel counter, and yet Hoka did make an upgrade to it to ensure that you could get a really good lockdown. I never had really many issues with the Mach 4 on my lockdown and the heel counter, like my heel coming out or even going in, and I don't expect to have an issue with this as well. A lot of people have already been talking about just how good they get a lockdown in and with the heel counter, and I'm so glad that Hoka has made the change where their old shoes, they did not used to have the heel counter that they do, and it has been one of my favorite things about Hoka making that change here. So overall, my first impressions review, these shoes look really great. My positives I have on it are the Pro Fly Plus. I'm very glad to see that they brought that over from the Supersonic to make it a still responsive, cushy, just kind of soft and yet tempo daily trainer shoe, but yet this shoe is good to do whatever you want to do in it. If you want to run on the roads or the treadmill, if you want to run slow or run fast, this shoe is good for that. Going forward for me, this shoe is definitely going to replace my daily trainer, the Hoka Mach 4. I've gone through probably 9 to 11 pairs of Mach 4s, and this is definitely going to be the first of many pairs I'm going to have of the Mach 5. It's going to replace my daily trainers. I'm going to use it for easy days, tempo days, things as such like that. But definitely going forward, this shoe has preeminence in my rotation. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you would, like this video, comment down below if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, let me know. I want to hear from you. And if you would, subscribe to this channel and walk with me as I not only give life updates within the military and what I'm doing, but also shoe reviews, hat reviews, watch reviews, tech, anything running, things like that, I'm about it. So if you would, subscribe and let's get it. Aim high.